Are you tired of the struggle to track KPIs in your business or pulling data from multiple sources? Tired of losing leads due to poor follow-up? With Left Main, you now have the ability to track everything in your business all in one place. You have custom dashboards, countless reports, text and phone capabilities, and all of your favorite integrations. Left Main is the only system that is guaranteed to grow with your business. So visit leftmainrei.com/flip empire to schedule your free demo and see the most powerful CRM system built for real estate investors by real estate investors.
You're listening to Flip Empire, the show committed to helping real estate entrepreneurs who want to build their empire without sacrificing their life. Your success and freedom starts now with your host, Alex Pardo.
What have you been procrastinating on? Answer that first question. That you know if you implemented or you know if you executed on, it would move you towards your goals. It would move you in a forward direction. Now, consider the fact that part of the reason you've been procrastinating on is because there's too much friction. So the question then becomes is, how do I remove or reduce this friction? How do I make it so that this is easy? Right? It's the question, I don't want to butcher it, the book, The One Thing, I think it's Gary Keller. How do I make it so that I'm forgetting how it goes, but basically, how do you make it so that everything else is easy or unnecessary? Something along those lines, right? I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to share with you. So consider that there's maybe too much friction in your business, right? There's too much friction in your life. And that's why self-awareness is so important. That's why getting around, just people that are going to love on you, people that are going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, people that are going to kind of turn the mirror back around on you and help you to see that, hey, maybe that's not the path. Even though this worked for me, maybe that's not the path for you. Maybe you need to kind of course correct as a pilot would do 95% of the time. He's off course, but he gets to his destination because he knows what he wants. Right. So we had this conversation and 20, 30 minutes into it, I stopped and I said, dude, what do you want? And by the way, we always challenge our members within the first 3 minutes, identify your biggest challenge. What is it you want to get out of this? And, the conversation took some turns and, we were sharing all these different marketing strategies and I could tell it wasn't landing on him. Not that he couldn't figure this out and implement it, but there was going to be too much friction. And when there's friction, procrastination generally follows, right? Again, procrastination is the assassination of your destination. If you procrastinate because there's too much friction, you're not going to get to where you want to get to, right? Or maybe you might get there, but you might get there with a lot more brain damage. It's going to take a lot more time. And what we ultimately figured out with this particular gentleman is that he just needed to lean more into what he was already doing. He didn't need to go, pay thousands of dollars to run a PPC campaign in his market. And he didn't need to implement Facebook marketing and direct mail and all these things that he's got zero experience with. Now, granted, we did share several, just valuable resources that can definitely get outsourced, but what kind of mental equity is it stealing from you? Is it enhancing you and moving you towards your goals? And so based on the revenue he wanted to generate, he just needed to lean into more what he was doing because he was already popping off some really big deals. He didn't need to go out and do 100, 150 deals, right? So that particular marketing strategy wasn't going to work based on his goals. So that's really what I want to kind of share with you on today's podcast episode is, if there's something you're procrastinating on, I want you to consider how much friction is involved in whatever it is you want to implement or execute. And maybe that's why you're procrastinating. Maybe that's not what you're meant to lean into or execute. But think about how you can reduce that friction and or just make it easier or unnecessary. One last thing before you go, if you have been listening to the show for a while and or you have been getting value from the show, I would be 100% honored if you would share this show with a friend or maybe share it with somebody that you think could benefit from this. It's my mission, it's my cause, it's my purpose through Flip Empire to impact and touch people's lives, to help people and in their businesses. So it would be an honor if you would be willing to share this episode. And one last thing, make sure that you're subscribed so that you get notified every Monday and Thursday when shows get released. I look forward to connecting with you on the next one. Until then, have a great day.